Welcome to the channel, coin lovers and collectors. Today we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in the Australian numismatic world, the 2000 for Australia 50-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II. At first glance, it may look like any regular 50-cent piece sitting in your change jar. But don't be fooled. Some of these coins, especially in extra fine or XF condition, are selling for big money in today's auction market. So grab your magnifying glass and settle in, because over the next 30 minutes, we'll explore why this coin is gaining serious attention from collectors, what to look for to determine its value, and how much it could fetch if you own one. Let's start with the basics. The 2000 for 50-cent coin is part of Australia's standard circulation coinage. It features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, and the iconic Australian coat of arms on the reverse. It's a 12-sided cup-round nickel coin, weighing 15.55 grams and measuring 31.65 millimeters across. Pretty standard, right? But here's where things get interesting. In 2004, while millions of these coins were minted, some struck variations, particularly those with crisp detail, strong rims, and minimal wear, classified as extra fine art, commanding impressive prices among collectors. And that's just the beginning. Why is that? Well, coins in XF condition are rare in circulation because they've seen so little wear. A coin from 2000 for still looking sharp after over 2 decades is impressive, and collectors love that. But that's not all. There are specific die variations and errors tied to the 2000 for mintage that can raise the value exponentially. We're talking about double strikes, off-center mintings, and die cracks, especially around Queen Elizabeth's profile or the shield. These errors are rare and highly sought after. Even coins without errors, if they're in pristine XF or about uncirculated condition, can be worth far more than face value. Now let's talk numbers. In today's auction market, especially on platforms like eBay Australia, Downies, and Noble Numismatics, a standard 2000 for 50-cent coin in circulated condition might sell for a couple of dollars. But in extra fine condition, that value jumps. We've seen recent auctions where XF examples went for $20 to $50 AUD, and some examples graded by PCGS or NGC have gone for $75 or more, especially when paired with a known minting error. It's all about demand, rarity, and condition. Serious collectors want the cleanest examples, and they're willing to pay for them. Let's break it down further. Coins graded by third-party services like PCGS, NGC, or NX fetch the highest prices at 2000 for 50-cent coins certified as XF or better with clear surfaces, defined details on the queen's hair, and no major dents or scratches can be a collector's dream. And if you're holding one with an error, you could be looking at 3-figure returns, sometimes more depending on the uniqueness of the error. Some rare examples, especially double die verses, have been listed for $300 to $500 AUD, although final sale prices depend on beer interest and competition. Now, let's talk about what to look for at home. Grab your old coin jar or visit a local coin shop and ask specifically for 2000 for 50-cent coins. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the queen's portrait. Look for strong detail in the crown, hair, and face. Check the rim and fields for signs of damage. If it looks sharp and has minimal wear, you might be holding something valuable. Look closely for any doubling, odd misalignment, or strange marks that could be minting errors worth investigating. And remember, the cleaner, the better. You might be wondering, why is this coin gaining so much attention now in 2025? Great question. As Queen Elizabeth II passed in 2022, interest in coins bearing her portrait surged globally. Collectors are scrambling to preserve history. And the 2000 for 50-cent coin sits in a sweet spot, modern enough to be found in circulation, but old enough that high-grade examples are rare. That creates demand, and where there's demand, there's value. So what should you do if you find one of these coins? First, store it properly. Use a coin flip or a plastic capsule to prevent further wear. Second, consider getting it appraised or professionally graded if it looks especially clean or unique. Third, follow auctions and online markets to track prices. Websites like allcoinvalues.com, Numista, or Grays Online give excellent market insight. And finally, keep collecting. Because coins like the 2000 for 50 cents aren't just currency, they're time capsules. To wrap up, the 2000 for Australian 50 cent. Queen Elizabeth II coin in extra fine condition is proving to be a gem for collectors. With rising demand, particularly for error coins or graded examples, prices are climbing. Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned investor, this is one coin worth looking out for. And who knows, that 50-cent piece in your drawer could be worth $50 or more today. The next up, top 2 if you're into coin collecting, rare currency, or just love discovering hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're going to love today's deep dive. We're talking about a fascinating piece of Australian numismatic history. The 2005 Australia 50-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II, and how much value it can hold today, especially in extra fine condition. You might think this is just your average 50-cent coin, but there's more to it than meets the eye. This coin, struck in 2005 by the Royal Australian Mint, carries the iconic Doddecagon shape -12 sides and a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. The reverse features the Australian coat of arms. While millions of these were minted, certain factors, including condition, mint errors, and collector demand, have given the XF extra fine versions of this coin a surprising boost in the secondary market. Now, if you've recently come across one of these in your change, or have a few tucked away in a drawer, you're probably wondering, is it actually worth anything beyond face value? The short answer is, it can be, in XF condition, meaning lightly circulated with sharp details and minimal wear. This coin can fetch anywhere between $2 to $10 AUD, depending on the beer. Not bad for a coin originally worth just 50 cents. But here's where things get really interesting: error varieties. There are known examples of the 2005 50-cent coin with die cracks, off-center strikes, and double rims, coins with such minting errors can dramatically increase in value, sometimes reaching $50 to $200 AUD, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. And in certified high-grade uncirculated or proof conditions, prices can jump even further, with collectors and auction houses willing to pay top dollar. What drives this value? Primarily, demand from collectors, especially those who specialize in Queen Elizabeth II portrait series or are looking to complete a full run of 50-cent pieces. With the Queen's recent passing, interest in coins bearing her image has grown globally, and Australian coins are no exception. This particular 2005 coin, though common in circulation, is now becoming increasingly desirable in higher grades due to the historical legacy it represents and its fading presence in everyday transactions. Throughout this video, we'll take a close look at what defines XF condition versus BF or O grades, show side-by-side comparisons of coin surfaces, luster, rim integrity, and strike detail. I'll also walk you through real-time listings on popular marketplaces like eBay and Gumtree to show you what people are actually paying today, not just catalog values. Plus, we'll talk about how to store and protect your coins to preserve their value, and where to go if you want to get them professionally graded. So stick with me as we explore the ins and outs of this surprisingly collectible Australian 50-cent piece. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone curious about the coins in your wallet, there's something to learn here. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want more deep dives like this. Let's get started with the 2005 Australia 50-cent Queen Elizabeth II coin, its history, grading tips, and current market action value in 2025. You might be sitting on more than just spare change.